Hey guys, it is time for another Master Yi build video. I know it's been a while since the last one, but I like to play with the builds and make sure they work. And I feel pretty confident that these builds work now. So let's go ahead and get into the video and I will teach you guys the way of the Wuju. That was funny. Okay, so nowadays we don't really go into domination like we used to. So Dark Harvest Master Yis, I'm very sorry. Maybe that'll change with the new AD carry items that I will also be going over during the video. Let's go ahead and get started with the Precision Tree and Conqueror. The reason why we're starting with Conqueror is because I now personally believe that Conqueror is the best rune. I've been playing with it for quite a while, and even with the lethal tempo buffs, a few things have led me to believe that this rune is the rune, and you will figure out in a moment. After Conqueror, we want to go Triumph. So a lot of people have asked me about the Presence of Mind. I personally don't like it. I don't think it's that good, and I wouldn't bring it. So, I mean, if you want to bring it, you can bring it, but it's not Cowsep recommended. Next, these three runes here, Alacrity, Bloodline, and Tenacity, are all three good. They're all good. Before I was bringing Bloodline, and you can bring Bloodline if you want to. It is certainly possible, but there are some things that have kind of changed my mind on this. So, first of all, in the Domination Tree, we're going to be getting a different rune that will be giving us lifesteal, so that we no longer need Bloodline in lane to sustain when we're split pushing. However, you can still bring Bloodline for that additional lifesteal if you want. Another thing is, since we're bringing Conqueror over lethal tempo, the true damage that Conqueror gives you is not lifestealable. So if you're running Conqueror and you're killing somebody with Conqueror, that true damage will not be influenced by lifesteal, which makes Bloodline slightly worse. I do, however, think that if you want the lifesteal, Bloodline is still a solid choice, and feel free to grab it. Tenacity was buffed as of the recent patch, and it now gives the same amount of tenacity as a pair of Merc Treads. If you've ever thought to yourself, well, gee, Merc Treads would be very good against this enemy team comp, you could definitely consider going for Tenacity. Alacrity is now my default rune that I run, the extra 18% attack speed. You know, I used to run it as my basic rune a few patches ago, and now I'm running it as my basic rune again. You can never just say no to attack speed. It's good, and it just gives you extra damage, especially if you do not have lethal tempo, or if you end up going warrior build, which I will get to in a minute. So, all three of those are good. By default, Alacrity is the one that you should take if you don't really want to think about it. The last rune is, of course, always Coup de Grace, or I wish this rune would not be the rune you take, because I still cannot pronounce it. So this is the last rune you take. It's just always good. It gives you the AD, it gives you more damage. It's a great rune. Alright, the secondary tree is now Domination. It is no longer Sorcery. We are now running Domination with the most important rune, Ravenous Hunter. So this rune was very underappreciated by me. I did not realize the power of the rune until I went into practice mode after some recommendations, and I checked it out. So this rune will give you 2.5% plus 2.5% per bounty. So this rune will heal you for a pretty significant percent of your ability damage. Okay. Now the thing that this rune does not say is that your ability damage includes Conqueror. So that true damage that Conqueror is doing that you don't lifesteal off of, this will start lifestealing for you, which already makes it amazing. You will also get lifesteal from Gunzu's Rage Blade. The magic damage on Gunzu's Rage Blade and the physical damage on Gunzu's Rage Blade both heal you. You get lifesteal from Bloodrazor on hit damage. You get lifesteal from Blade of Ruin King on hit damage. You get lifesteal from Wit's End on hit damage. You get lifesteal from Nashor's Tooth on hit damage. You get lifesteal from your E. Your E heals you. Your Q heals you. Everything will heal you with this rune except actual auto attacks, right? So this rune is actually very underrated by me. I did not realize that it healed you on your on hits and your Conqueror, and it heals you on so many different things. So yeah, definitely check out this rune. It will be Phantasmo. Now for your secondary rune, you have two choices. You have either Sudden Impact, which is, you know, it's just extra lethality. It gives you like 400-500 damage per game. Or you can get Zombie Ward, which will give you extra wards. I think personally, utility-wise, Zombie Ward is the better mastery. But if you're playing in low elo, I think Sudden Impact will work just fine as well. Personally, I think this is personal preference here. So bring whichever one you like. Now, for the next question. Cowsep, would you bring Lethal Tempo or Conqueror, and why? So I think that right now Conqueror is the better rune, and Lethal Tempo can work. But the problem with Lethal Tempo is that Lethal Tempo, it gets you get damaged more by Thornmail, and it just, I think they're both pretty good runes, but I think Conqueror is the more fun, and it's also a very good rune as well. I personally recommend Conqueror, but I will not knock you if you try to take Lethal Tempo. I think that's fine as well. Conqueror has its advantages of, you know, you get the extra AD, which gives you more damage on your E, and right, it's just 25 AD is quite nice. It's quite nice. And then the true damage is also quite nice. What you want to do with your Conqueror build is you want to go ahead and split push, right? So you split push with Conqueror, you get your Gunzu stacks up, you get your Conqueror stacks up, you hit towers, you got to try your hardest to keep those stacks up. And if anybody engages on you, you auto win. You will always win. Like, not very many people can handle a Conqueror Gunzu's Master Yi. This is a cheat code in games. You go Conqueror, you go Gunzu's Rageblade, you split push. If you have them both up when somebody attacks you, you win. Straight up, you win. That's how you do it. Now, I'm not going to cover the domination tree in this video. I'm trying to keep the video short because the Conqueror is just so good that you should probably be bringing that. As I said, if you want to bring Lethal Tempo, you can bring it. If you want to bring Dark Harvest, you can bring it. But I do not recommend those runes. So let's go ahead and talk about the actual builds. What items do you want to bring? So I've been looking at pretty much 4 items. We usually go 4 items before a game's over. So let's discuss those build paths, and then whatever you have afterwards is good. So let's start with the typical build. You will always pretty much 90% of your games start with Bloodrazor. Bloodrazor is just a really solid item. It works on the dragons, it works on, you know, your camps, it gives you the attack speed you need, it gives you attack speed to combine with Conqueror. It's a great item, but in some situations you can bring Warrior as well. So it's not really should I bring Bloodrazor or Warrior, it's should I bring Warrior. And the situations when I would bring Warrior is if I'm against like a Vayne, a Tristana, and their top laner is also squishy, and right? So they have no tanks, and they have an AD carry that you just absolutely need to kill, right? Because if Vayne goes invisible, she'll just kill your entire team. And when I go Warrior, here's the build I usually like to go. I'll go Warrior into Gunzu's Rageblade, into Boots, which could be Tabbies or Berserkers. Generally, I like Tabbies, but Berserkers help out as well. Into Phantom Dancer, into Infinity Edge, because this will allow you to instant kill people, or you can even go Shiv if you want to. It'll allow you to insta kill people, and it'll prevent the AD carries from popping off, and it's a really great and fun build. I like it a lot, but it's not usually the optimal build. The optimal build that you want to run is Bloodrazor into Gunzu's Rageblade, and then that's where you start to change it. So you either get your Boots, you have your Tabbies against full AD teams or teams that are heavy on AD, Merc Treads against teams that have a lot of things that you need tenacity for, and in that case you might want to consider bringing a tenacity rune as well. And afterwards you have to choose another item. So this is where my build has also changed quite a bit as well. So recently we've seen some focus on Wits End Master Yi. Wits End is now insanely cost efficient as of a few patches ago. It gives you magic damage, which now heals off of your Ravenous Hunter. Well, by now I mean it's always has, I just haven't noticed. So it heals off your Ravenous Hunter. It gives you like 60 MR. Right now Wits End is a great item if they have 3 sources of AP damage or 2 sources of fed AP damage. I definitely think that you can run Wits End in pretty much most of your situations. You can definitely run Wits End. Instead of Wits End, you can run Blade of the Rune King. Blade of the Rune King is another item that's still pretty good, and it's actually getting buffed soon. I'll talk about that in a minute. And yeah, really, you don't get too many options at this point. It's just a lot of items are really good after Gunzu's Rageblade. Really, if you can't fit Wits End, and Blade of the Rune King is for soloing Baron and tanky kind of people. I mean, I wouldn't personally get Phantom Dancer with Bloodrazor, but honestly, you can run whatever you want there. Definitely try out Wits End against AP comps, Blade and Rune King against other comps, and You could run your Infinity Edge, your Bloodthirsters, your Death Dance. Ah, yes, there is one other build that I need to talk about, which is Bloodrazor, Gunzus, and then you're against Lee Sin, Kha'Zix, Graves, Talon. You know those big guys that kill you before you can 1v1 them? I know a lot of you guys probably struggle with that. They come in, they kill you, you can't kill them. So what you want to do in that case is Bloodrazor, Gunzus, Ninja Tabby, Titanic Hydra, or Black Cleaver. So you want to get, or Randuin's. Randuin's is also something that I like to grab against, when I need to play tank, instead of going Wit's End or Blade of Ranking, I'll go Randuin's. So you want to look at those items, because if Lee Sin one-shots you with his kick Q combo, you obviously you can't kill him, right? So you definitely want to look at that. Also, another counter to Lee Sin and Talon and stuff is you can go Warrior into the Phantom Dancer, right? Or well, you get Warrior, Gunzus, and then Phantom Dancer, and then you Red Smite Phantom Dancer, and then they can't one-shot you there either. So yeah, those are some builds that you definitely want to keep your eyes on as well. So hopefully that will answer some of those build questions. I tried to keep it short for you guys. Hopefully my editor listed them all nicely for you and all that other good stuff. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of those new AD items that are coming out. Alright, now I have to read them because I don't have them memorized, but I will explain my thoughts behind them. So the first item that is getting introduced is Stormrazor, which has a very nice build up of a BF sword, pickaxe, dagger, and 925 gold. So the buildup is a little bit cheaper than Gunzu's Rage Blade, and it also has really good components. It gives 65 attack damage, 25% attack speed, and if you haven't attacked in the last 2.5 seconds, your next basic attack will critically strike. When you critically strike, gain 25% attack speed and 8% movement speed for 1.5 seconds. This item looks really good on you. In fact, in my runes that I discussed, I don't bring Dark Harvest anymore, and I think that this item could possibly bring back Dark Harvest builds. So definitely keep an eye on this item. It's going to be pretty good for Yi, I think, and I think we will really like it, and it will bring back Dark Harvest. Next, we have changes to Last Whisper. So Last Whisper and its upgrades are going from bonus armor penetration to total armor penetration. All around, this is a very nice buff to Master Yi. It'll be helping out Dark Harvest Master Yi quite a bit. Conqueror Master Yi doesn't really care that much. It does help, of course, but I don't think if you're running Conqueror, you're going to bring this item because you just get so much true damage anyway. So we're just going to skip through these real quick. It'll be good for Dark Harvest G, and I'm really happy about these Last Whisper changes. Next, we have the cost increase on Zeal and on its components, the upgraded components. So Zeal is now 100 gold more expensive, and the upgrades are now 200 gold more expensive. This kind of sucks, but it's in preparation for a better version of Infinity Edge, so it kind of balances out. So Infinity Edge, BF Sword, 1,110 gold. 100, not 10. Anyway, the Infinity Edge now gives more attack damage, but it costs 300 gold more expensive. It evens out. It no longer gives critical strike damage, and instead it will double your critical strike chance, and 20% of your critical strike damage is converted to true damage. Again, this looks like it'll be very good for Dark Harvest Master Yi, not so much for Conqueror, because you already have your true damage conversion. I don't even know how those would interact with each other, but it does look really interesting, and this might be bringing back Dark Harvest Master Yi. Get excited, it's going to be good. So the most exciting change is Edland's Reaver. So Edland's Reaver looks like kind of like a mini Highlander. After you cast your ultimate, your next basic attack within 10 seconds gives you Edland's Flare for 8 seconds. So this lasts for 8 seconds, and your ultimate lasts for 7. There is a 30-second cooldown, but I don't think that really matters. Gain 30% attack speed, and basic attacks refund 20% of your non-ultimate cooldowns, of your remaining non-ultimate cooldowns. So what this means is if you have 10 seconds left on Alpha Strike and you auto attack, you will refund 2 seconds plus 1 second from your Alpha Strike, because your Alpha Strike gets 1 extra second from autos. And then if you have 7 seconds left and you auto attack again, you will refund 1.4 seconds plus 1 second. And then if you have 5 seconds, it will refund 1 second plus 1 second, right? So this Edland's Reaver will make it so that your Alpha Strike and your Meditate come off a cooldown really, really, really quickly. It'll be very, 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 very fun on Master Yi, I think. So I'm actually thinking that with the new patch, that when it comes out, will be building Edland Reaver into Guntu's Rageblade. On top of that, Edland Reaver is now 200 gold more cheap, and its cooldown reduction has been increased to 20%. So instead of having 10 plus 20, we now just get a straight 20 when we purchase it. It also gives you 300 mana. I mean, this item is just, it's loaded. This item looks like it'll be great for Yi. Instead of a warrior build, so I talked about the warrior build. Instead of warrior build, we could definitely be seeing some Edland Reaver into Guntu's Rageblade Master Yis, plus Dark Harvest, or just... I don't even know. The possibilities are endless. We'll see when the new patch comes around. Another really interesting thing we need to talk about is that some of the jungle items are getting changed, and Blade and Ring King's getting buffed. So Blade and the Ring King is getting buffed by 200 gold, which is good because Blade and Ring King's kind of fallen out of favor on Master Yi as of lately. I think that'll be great for Master Yi as well. The Bloodthirster is also getting buffed, which is good. That's another thing that we'll be seeing, 200 gold change on that. Maul Mortius is also getting a buff, which is great. Yeah, I definitely think we'll be seeing some more usage of that as well. We have Guardian Angel is getting nerfed-ish. It's a nerf. It's a nerf. It depends on how you look at it. It's cost efficiency wise, it's about the same, but they push it back so that AD carries purchase it less often, which makes it easier for us to get resets. So that's going to be great for us as well. Super happy with all these changes here. The jungle item that I was talking about no longer gives attack speed. So you used to get bonus attack speed when you hit a minion. Now you get 10 extra on hit damage. On top of that, Hunter's Talisman will no longer give base mana regen, but it will regen mana per second based on your missing mana. And it will also heal you in the river, which is really good because you didn't used to heal against the dragon. So, because you were in the river. So yeah, all these changes are really good, and I'm really looking forward to them. And hopefully we've shed some light on enough of these that you guys can enjoy knowing more. Anyway, I have to stream. My stream's in 10 minutes, and I think I did pretty good at cramming out this video. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Let me know if you have any more questions in the comment, or simply come to my stream and ask me there, and I will try my best to answer you. Or maybe I will yell at you. Just kidding. I'm a nice guy. Have a great night, everybody. Or day. Or morning.